Electro.
Hey, what's up guys? Pac-Man Trolls here with another Magic the Gathering deck tech. This time I'm going over my Deathtouch deck. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. We're going to start it off here with our land base. We've got one Yerborg Tomb of Yawgmoth. Each land is a swamp in addition to its other land types. So that's one of those. We have 11 green mana, so 11 forest. Regular basic land forest, and then 8 swamp, regular basic land swamp. So that's the land base of the deck. We don't really need much swamp. 2 to Yerborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth. It is completely great card to have in the deck. So for our creatures, we're going to get into here. Mainly it's 1-drops for 1/1 Deathtouch. Black Typhoid Rat, 1 black. Deathtouch, 1/1, obviously. 4 Eureka's Chosens, 1 black, 1/1 Deathtouch. 3 Sedge Scorpions, 1 green, 1/1 Deathtouch. 4 Ruthless Rippers. These are a little bit different. 1 black for the 1/1 Deathtouch, or you could pay 3 colorless morph cost, painting it as a face down 2/2. And then when you to flip it up, you reveal a black card from your hand, and when it flips up, it makes the target player lose 2 life. So sometimes I use these for the morph, because it actually does help out a little bit. For our 2-drops, we have 4 Heir of the Wilds, 1 green, 1 colorless. Deathtouch, whenever it attacks, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, it's a +1/+1 until end of turn, and it's a 2/2 Deathtouch. So, yeah, these are actually pretty brutal. You can use certain spells in this deck to boost creatures up and make those get +1/+1s when attacking. 3-drops, we have our 2 main god cards, I guess. Eureka, God of Affliction. 1 black, 1 green, and a colorless. Indestructible. As long as your devotion to black and green is less than 7, it's not a creature. 2 black and a green. You can exile a creature card from your graveyard and put a 1/1 black-green snake enchantment token with Deathtouch onto the field. And these are both 5/5. Great god card to have for the Deathtouch deck. For our other 3-drops, we have 2 Hornet's Nest. These are great cards for Deathtouch as well. 1 green, 2 colorless. Defender. Whenever it's dealt damage, put that many 1/1 green insects with flying and Deathtouch onto the battlefield. It's a 0/2. We have 2 of those. Great cards to have to get your flying covered. And then we have a 1 4-drop card, another god, Nylea, God of the Hunt. 1 green, 3 colorless, indestructible. As long as your devotion to green is less than 5, it's not a creature. Other creatures you control have trample, and if you tap 1 green and 3 colorless, target creature gets a +2/+2 until end of turn, and this is a 6/6. So the trample in Deathtouch is not how most people think. If you have like the trample deal 1 damage and all the rest of the damage goes on, that's not the case. It's actually just like it would be if it was just trample. But the Deathtouch still will kill the creature, no matter how big it is. But if the creature is like 50/50 and you're attacking with a 3/3 trample, no damage goes on. You can't have it assign 1 and then deal 2 to him. You can't do that. We have a Archetype of Finality. This is in the deck mainly because Archetype of Finality gives the opponents losing Deathtouch, so they can't gain it, and I guess everything else that I have in here that doesn't have Deathtouch gains Deathtouch. So like my Hornet's Nest, they gain Deathtouch and Defender. Pretty decent. Even if it deals 0 damage, it still kills it because it's Deathtouch. So yeah. And then we have our 2 other components to Hornet's Nest, Hornet Queens. 3 green, 4 colorless, flying and Deathtouch, 2/2. Whenever it enters the battlefield, you put 4 green, 1/1 insect tokens with flying and Deathtouch onto the battlefield. So that's another build-up of your flying defense. For our instants in the deck, we have Cetacean Tactics. These are great. For Deathtouch, you tap 1 green and 1 colorless. Costs 1 green more for each target behind the first. Until the end of the turn, any number of target creatures each get a +1/+1. And you can tap them to fight target creatures. So they both fight means both creatures deal amounts of damage equal to the power to each other. Since Deathtouch means any amount of damage can kill it, that actually does work. It actually does kill their creature off if you choose to fight it. We have 3 Pharika's Cures. 2 black, you deal 2 damage to a creature and gain 2 life. So this kind of helps you stay in the game. And it kind of helps you get rid of those pesky little bastards that are in your way of your 1/1s. Colossal Heroics, 1 green, 2 colorless. Cost a green and a colorless more to cast for each target beyond the first for Strive. Any number of target creatures get a +2/+2 until end of turn, and they untap. So that's a good card to build up your attack again. We have 3 Awaken the Bears. These are great cards. Green and 2 colorless. Target creature gets a +3/+3 and gains trample until end of turn. Gives them boost up again, trample again. Great card. Then we have 2 beautiful Become Immense. Green and 5 colorless, or with a Delve you can exile cards from your graveyard to cast it for 1 colorless mana. Helps out a little bit. And creatures get a +6/+6 until end of turn. So these are 2 great cards to the Deathtouch. It really boosts them up. It really does some damage. Keeps your shit alive too. And then for our sorceries are basically board wipes for a Deathtouch deck. We have 4 awesome Roars of Challenge. Target 1 green, 2 colorless. All creatures able to block a target creature this turn do so. If that creature gains indestructible until the end of the turn if you have a creature with a power 4 or greater. So if you use like Colossal Heroics, giving them a 4/4, and then you use this, you've got an indestructible creature they're blocking, so it doesn't die, and all of theirs die, and everything else you're attacking with hits their life. It's a complete beautiful card for the Deathtouch deck. Even if you don't boost up your creature, it still wipes the board, because everything blocks it. And all my creatures have Deathtouch, so everything dies. That's the Deathtouch deck, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Great deck. I suggest trying it out. If you want to buy it, there's all the cards. Check them out. Yeah, it's a good deck. Pretty expensive, somewhat. It's got some expensive cards in it, but it's a good deck. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is Pac-Man Trolls with another Magic the Gathering deck tech. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.
Electro.